Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I will show you how to use a crochet in order to create a bracelet. First of all, I will take this bit of cord and measure the length of the closure of our bracelet. So if I want to use this cord to close the bracelet, I will calculate that the cord should be this long and the bracelet should begin about at this point. Then I will make a loop like this, and in order to create the first loop of our bracelet, I will put the crochet, let's see from a closer distance, I'll put the crochet into this loop that I have created, and I'll turn the crochet around like this. And as you can see, I have created the first loop here, and now I will put the wool around my finger like this, and to create the second loop I will twist the wool around my crochet, and with this hook here I will pull the wool out through my first loop, and I create this way the second loop, as you can see here. Let's see from above. So I have the crochet in the second loop, I twist the crochet around this wool here, and I grab the wool and pull it down through my second loop, and this is how I create the third loop. And let's repeat. So I twist the wool around the crochet and pull the wool out with this hook through my previous loop, and I create the next loop. So let's continue making these loops by using the same rule. Until I have reached the desired length of my bracelet. So as you can see, this process goes very fast. It's faster than if you tried to braid 3 cords. And you will see that the more you train, the faster you will be able to work. Let's see if I have obtained the length that I wanted. And now I have finished the bracelet. I have measured it, has exactly the length that I wanted. And now I will measure the length of the cord like this, so that both cords are of the same length. I will cut the cord here. I'll put the wool away, and in order to close the bracelet, I will create a knot here at the last loop. So I will pull on the crochet like this, and I will take the thread out through the last loop, and I will pull on this loop in order to create a knot. So as you can see, this is what our bracelet looks on one side, and this is what it looks like on the other side. So as you can see here, I have a knot on each end of my bracelet, and I have these threads here for the closure. I will make a knot at this end of the thread, like this. So I created a knot here to prevent the thread from opening. I'll also make a thread at the other end of a knot at the other end of the thread, so both ends of the thread have a knot here and here. And now I can either close the bracelet by making a knot here like this. So this would be one option to close the bracelet, like this. Or a second option would be to make a sliding knot. And in order to make the sliding knot, I will put these two cords one over the other, and I will take another bit of wool. So I have taken this bit of wool, and I will make a loop like this. I'll put both ends one over the other. I make a loop like this, and now I will cross the two cords and form an overhand simple knot. And I'll tighten this knot like this, and I will create the first loop. This way I put the cord like this, I create the first loop on the right side, then I will take the cord on the left side, put the cord underneath these two cords, and then I take the cord out through this loop here. And I tighten the first knot of the sliding knot. Now I will make another loop on this side. This way, I take the cord on the right side, put it over the first cord, then take it under the two cords like this, and then I will take the cord out through this loop here, like this. And let's tighten the second knot this way. And now the third loop will be made on the right side again. I create the loop like this. I put the cord over the first cord this way. Then I take the loop under the cord under these two cords, and out through this other loop. And I tighten this knot. And I will continue making the knots by creating a loop once on the left side, then on the right side, then on the left side, and so on, until we have no more cord here. Let's continue. And now that the cord is too short, I will simply make a knot here so that the cord doesn't open when I move the sliding knot. Like this, and I cut the cord, and I will also make a similar knot on this other side to prevent the sliding knot from opening. I cut the cord, and now let's see how the sliding knot functions. So this is how I open it, and this is how I close it, and this is what our finished bracelet looks like. Let's put it on the wrist to see what it looks like on the wrist. So this is the finished bracelet. Crochet bracelet.